everyone, Basil Chapman here for Tommy O'Brien. This is the Tom O'Brien Show. The Dow is at 526 on this Tuesday, the 6th of January. We're looking at 49,502. Wow. Into the 49,000s. We can now start thinking about 49,900 as a very strong resistance because that 50K level was just only dreamt about earlier on last year when we were starting to move strongly up, and certainly from that April low. All right, here we go. The Dow is up 516. The S&P all-time high as we speak, SPX.X, there it is. All-time high, 6947.49. 6945.77, so we're about 2 points higher than the previous high. It's starting to change. Now, I don't want to do this because it's really Chapman wave technique. I'll do it in my show tomorrow during the technical show part of the, this is my, there we go, let me just get there. Tiger. This is Tiger Technicians Hour. I'm just trying to change something. There you are. Okay, S&P. QQQ, no. Hasn't quite made it, but it's trying to break this inside track repellent zone. See how it keeps getting repelled from this, this cone formation. I call it the falling axe formation. I think that this week there's a chance. It's at 623.25. The QQQ, this is the NDX 100 trading vehicle. Up 527 at 623.27. Wow. If we can see 629.22, that'll break out from that resistance, and it will target the 637.01 in January. That's the all-time high. That'll be really important. Let's go to the IWM, the Russell 2000 small caps. Nice session today. Nice breakout, up 2.81 at 255.50. I should just clarify. So we are along the Dow from the April low, and then again, just most recently, we added to that position. We're along the IWM. The Russell 2000, we were along a long time ago in April, and we got out and we got back in. I'm anticipating all-time highs, and this is the iShares Russell 2000 ETF, and major support now is at 255. Major support is at 244. And when I mean major, I mean on the shorter to intermediate term. Let's go to the SMHs, semiconductors, where the semis go, the general market goes. That's been my theme for years and years and years. Well, this is a nice breakout, all-time high, leg B in the monthly chart. I should have explained. In the Chapman methodology, I alphabetize each peak, successively higher peak. D is the objective to get to when you're in a buy signal that gets upgraded to a buy mode. And then we have to do other techniques. Once you get to D within 3 bars, if you get to a higher high, then it can actually go all the way to another 4 peaks. It becomes a little bit more complex at that point, but the simple part is just to count the waves. So in this case, and remember, the Chapman wave is the waveform that never sleeps. So we're looking at the SMH's all-time high. Now, this I think is going to be something to consider because IYM. Haven't updated it today. Let's see where it is. Look at that breakout in the weekly chart. Leg D, all-time high. In the weekly chart, monthly chart, huge leg B, and a breakout. Now, you see this pattern right here? I saw that just a moment ago. Where did I see it? Oh, I had a question if I look at it. Look at this daily chart. You see, there's a D to an E. That should be what I call that at the moment that I spoke about, that right there, instant restart. But look at the way you pull back from that E. So this now looks like it could even be a brand new move to the upside. So I'm just going to call it an F for now with the sequence A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But look at this. I got asked about this a moment ago. We looked at it recently, and I said, it's looking very good. Holding the 200-period moving average, and then it came back and tested it at 98.94, and now it's zooming up. And what is this? It's really important that this moves. United Parcel Service. I did this the other day. Look at that. 82, round number low. Back in 2020, it was maybe February or March. And what does it do? It comes back. It goes all the way to the 230s, 82 to the 230s, peak D in the weekly chart. And then what does it do? It comes back down and it tests almost exactly. I love the expression almost exactly. It goes to 82, round number low, on the 13th of October. 13th of October, remember? What was the low before? 82 round number. Can you imagine going from 82 all the way to the 230s and then coming back? And what does it do then? It tests the exact low and it's rallying right off that. I like this very much. So here again, look, peak DE, but we went underneath that D. So this actually has to be considered, I'm calling it an F, but it could actually be a brand new A. This is very exciting news because you want to see these shippers moving like this. It was terrible that it came down. Where is FDX? FDX, Federal Express. Whoa, oh, another breakout. Going to the 308.50. I've done this for years. Now look at this pattern. You see this cup formation? I had drawn this in from the high that was made back in 2024 at 308.53. It came tumbling down to 194.30. So I drew this in with the Chapman wave inside wedge dashed rising trend line. I call it the inside wedge trend line. It's called the dashed green on the way up. Target resistance line. I had a 1-to-1 left side, right side price time match from the high that was made back in November of 2024 down to the low of November, but it was imbalanced. It was kind of lopsided. So I chose this doji candle right there. And I said, if I'm correct, it should get to 308.53 there. You see how it coincides inside wedge with the Chapman wave symmetry of the bar sequence, left side, right side price time match to January. So we've got 308.53, it's at 305.64, and it's still January. It's just begun January. That's exciting. I think that's really a very positive news for the general market. All right, let's get back to the market. We want to look at bonds. Let's look at the TLT. The TLT made that peak in the weekly chart, arched over, it's like an inverted V, and it's just making lower lows and lower lows, not seriously, but enough to say, well, yields are not coming down. And look at this monthly chart, not a very good pattern. So the TBT, which is the inversion, this is the actual yield itself, moving up, but not very much. And it kind of got to a resistance level over there. I'll draw this in. I like to draw trend lines, just the outer edges of the bars. Look, there it is. Take that to that. And you've got yourself some resistance right there. As we do this, I didn't look at the dollar this morning. I'm going to look at the dollar. DXY, the dollar right now rallying, but it needs the 9-period moving average to cross positive. We'll be watching this. It's just a nice bounce right now. Oh, Bitcoin. As we go to the break, Bitcoin is down 1,925. Had a good session yesterday. It's just kind of in a holding pattern. I'll be back in a moment. Basil Chapman sitting for Tommy O'Brien. This is the Tom O'Brien Show.